1 minute. Okay. Now see. For this mux, which is having many inputs and only one outputs. So when we are using a 2 is to 1 mux, so for that only one select line is there. When we are using 4 is to 1 mux, so for that two select lines are available. When we are using the 8 is to 1 mux, three select lines are available. So we can design a 16 is to 1 mux or 8 is to 1 mux by using 2 is to 1 mux also. So we will see first how the mux works. This one is a typical application for a mux. So this one is a mux which is having four inputs and only one output. So the two select lines are there. So the two select lines are there as the two select lines are nothing but the A and the B. So the first input is 0 0, second input is 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. So four inputs are there for this. So when we are selecting the input 0 0, so when the input 0 0 will be selected, then at that time whatever the D0 input is there, that input will be selected for the output. So when input is 0 0, so what is connected to the input 0? D0. So the for D0, what is the input? So MP3 player is the input. So that you will get at the output. Suppose we are connecting the input, that is select lines 1 1. So when the select lines are 1 1, so at that time D3 will be selected. So what is the input for the D3? You can observe here. So this is the input for the D3, digital cable TV. So that input will you get at the output. So this is a typical application of a mux. So we can use this mux as many into one, that is a data distributor. Now see, 4 is to 1 mux. So 4 is to 1 mux. So this is the symbolic notification for the mux. D0, D1, D2, D3, these are the input data lines. A and B are the select lines. So when you want to design the demux by using the gates, so this is the gate structure for the mux. So this one is a one AND gate second. So when we are implementing any function by using the mux, we are representing that function in terms of the sum of product and the product of sum. I think you are familiar with the sum of product and the product of sum. So from which for the mux, generally we are using this sum of products. So sum of product equation we can easily implement by using the multiplexer. So this is the output waveforms for the mux. So this one is the, for input data, this one is for the select line, this one is for the data output. Now see, when D0 is 0, D1 is 0. So this one is a 0, 0, 1. So this is the input data. 0, 0, 1, 0. So this is the data given. Now select lines are the 0, 0. When select lines are 0, 0, D0 will be selected. And what is the data for the D0? It should be a 0 because your input data for the D0 is 0. So at the output you will get the D0, that is a 0. Now see for this for D1. For D1 select lines are 1 0. 1 0 means D1. So what is the input data for the D1? D1 it is, that is a 1. So at the output you will get, here it is a 1. Now see for the next select line, that is 0 1. When 0 1 is there, D2 will be selected and D2 which shows the input, that is a 1. So at that output you will get the 1 for this. Like this you can derive the output for the mux. So these are the waveforms for the 4 is to 1 mux. When select lines and input data is given to you, you can select the output for this by using these waveforms. Now see, so when we want to design a mux tree, so easily a mux tree can be designed by using the 4 is to 1 mux. Suppose we want to design a 16 is to 1 mux, so at that time 4 is to 1 muxes these are used. So this is the structure for the 16 is to 1 mux. So these are the 16 inputs and only one output is there. 16 input and only one output. So when we are using the 16 input and only one output, then at that time, how many select lines that you will get for this? So the select lines S0, S1, S2 and S3. These four select lines we are using. These four select lines we are using to select the inputs. So depends on the inputs. So the inputs are from 0000 up to 1111. So these are the inputs you will get at the output. Now see. So this is one example for 8 is to 1 mux. So for this 8 is to 1 mux, so one input, so this is one when we are using the mux. So one another input is that is a enable input. So that enable input should be connected to logic 1. Then and then whatever the information from this input will be transferred to the output. So you have to use this enable input along with the select lines. For example, suppose the input is 000. So the x, y, z. So these are the inputs. So these are x, y, z. So these are the possible inputs 000, 001, 010. So when the 3 bit is there, it will count from 0 to 7 only. So when it will count from 0 to 7, so what you will get at the output, what is the input is there that you will get at the output. So the input data for this one is for I0 it is 1, for I1 it is 0, for I2 it is 1, for I3 it is 1. So when you will get this function output as the data like this, when you will select the inputs S0, S1 and S2. Suppose we are selecting the input 101. So 101 means what are the data on the I5 that you will get at the output. So you will get this at the output like this. Suppose these are the inputs 10, 110, 1001. Now see the demux. So when we are using the demux, exactly opposite to that of the mux. So mux, which is a data selector, and demux, which is a data distributor. So what is a demux? So a demux is a digital switch with a single input and multiple output. So whatever the output you will get, that totally depends on the select lines we are using in the mux. So the select lines determine which output the input is connected to. Same like a mux, demux having 1 is to 2, 1 is to 4, 1 is to 8 and 1 is to 16. So 1 into menu. So you will get 1 into many outputs for this. See the application for this. So which is having only one input, demux. So these are the select lines. When 0 is there, then you will get black and white laser printer. When 1 is there, then fax machine will be collected. When 10 will be there, data will be sent to the printer. When 11 is there, data will be sent to the pen plotter. So like this, so this is the single source. Demux is like a selector. It will select one of the input and will give to the multiple destinations. So this is the function of the data, function of the mux and the demux, right? So like mux, you can design a demux by using the basic gates. So only one input is there and four output is there. So it is 1 is to 4 demux. So X is the input, A and B, these are the select lines and these are the data output lines D0, D1, D2 and the D3. So you can say that, so these are the select lines, when A is 0, B is 0, when A is 0, B is 0, D0 will be selected. So D0 will be at the output. When A is 1, B is 0, then D1 will be selected. When A is 0, B is 1, D2 will be selected. When A is 1, B is 1, D3 will be selected. Like that a mux, you can design a demux also. Now this one is the waveform. For the mux, what is the input given to this? That same output, same you will get at the output, depends on the select line. Now see for this. So this one is the input data 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1. So this is the input data. Now see, when we select the select line 0 0 0 0, you will get the X input. So what is the X input? That is a 1. So D0 will be a 1 for this. When then select line is 1 0. So when the select line is 1 0 1 0, then the input is 1. So this input is nothing but that is a D1. So you will get here the 1 for this. Then S0 S1. So this S0 is 0 1. When 0 1 is there, D3 the output data will be goes to the D2. So input is 0. So D2 will be 0 for this. Like this, when select line is 1 1. So when 1 1 is there, so input is 0. So the D3 will be 0. Like that, you will get the all the outputs depends on the select lines. You will get the input data and the output. So have you clear this? Okay. Then we will see as like a demux tree. We can design also the demux tree also. Like a mux, you can design a demux tree also. So in the mux, when we design 8 is to 1 mux by 2 is to 1 mux, at that time you have to use the 4 mux. Like that, you can use this for the demux also. Now we will see for the decoder. So for the decoder, so what are the digital information which is represent in some binary form that should be covered, that should be converted into some alternative binary form. So what are the input you are giving in the binary form that should be decoded. Means one form of binary is
Excuse me,
converted
ma'am.
into the. Hello.
हॅलो.
Ha, hello.
हा मॅम, पीपीटीचा राईट पार्ट दिसत नाहीये.
दिसत नाहीये का?
हा.
बर, बघते मी. हा. Okay. I think it's visible now.
हो
हॅलो.
मॅम, आता दिसतोय.
हा, ओके ओके. मग पहिलं दिसलं नाही का तुम्हाला?
हा, राईट पार्ट दिसत नव्हता पीपीटीचा.
हो का? ठीक आहे, मी पीपीटी शेअर करते तुम्हाला परत. चालेल?
अच्छा. हो.
Okay. Now see the decoder. So decoder is nothing but the digital information represent in some binary form must be converted into some alternative form. So for the decoder, n to 2 raised to n line decoders that are available. So we will see the example for this. So this one is the 3 is to 8 decoder. So inputs are x0, x1, s2. As we have seen that for the demux and the mux, select lines are there. But for the decoder, so select lines are not there. So what are the input we are giving for this? So depends on this, you will get the output. Now see the truth table for the decoder. So this one is a logic diagram, the symbolic representation by using the gates only. By using basic gates, we are describing this decoder. So this is the symbolic symbol. This is the symbolic notification for the decoder. Now see. So inputs are 000. When inputs are 000, so the that output Z0 will be selected. So the Z0 will be 1 for this. When inputs are 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, then Z1 is selected. Like this, 0, 1, 0, Z2 is selected. 1, 0, 1, Z5 will be selected. When 1, 1, 1 is there, Z7 will be selected. So this is the operation for the 3 is to 8 decoder. Now see, some other types of decoders are in which inputs are suppose inputs are 4 and outputs are 10 outputs, in which a single responding output line correspond to a combination of the 8421 code. For example, when 4 input 7 output decoder that accepts the 4 bits of the 8421 code and is used to drive a 7 segment display. So when we are using a 7 segment display, so for the 7 segment display, to decode that, we are using this decoder. Now see, for the marks, we are using the sum of product. So for the decoder, it does not correspond to the minimal sum of products. So for the mux and the demux, we are using the sum of product expressions. But for the decoders, so it does not correspond to minimal sum of products. So these are simple to produce, and particularly when a function is given to you. So for the function, so when we are using different functions, so same variables have to be realized in that function. Now see, when some minterms are given to you, then how you will represent that minterm by using this decoder. Now see, for 3 to 8 decoder, so this is a relation of the Boolean algebra. Suppose the function is given to you. So this function is f1. So the inputs are x1, x0, x1 and x2. And minterms are given to you 1, 2, 4 and 5. Means what are the minterms that are present, that only you have to connect to the OR gate. As we are representing this as a sum of product. So this one is 1, 2, 4 and 5. So these inputs are given to one of the OR gate, and output of OR gate is nothing but the function f1. So function f1, it represents as a summation of minterms 1, 2, 4, 5. Right? Now to represent the function f2, what are the minterms? 1, 5 and 7. So 1 is connected, 5 and 7. And simply the output of this we are connecting to the function f2. So function f1 and f2 we can easily design by using this decoder. This one is the another example. One more example is given to you. So in this the minterms are given. In this the minterms are given function f1 and function f2. f1 and f2 are given. So f1 is nothing but the summation of minterms 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Simply you have to give these inputs for this f1. So but we are implementing this by using the NOR gate. So here we are using this OR gate. Here we are using this NOR gates. So what are the inputs we are giving here? So when we are using the 3 inputs, then these are the inputs 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. Means how many minterms are present? 0 to 7. So these are the minterms from 0 to 7. These are the present minterms. So what are the absent minterms in that? 2 and the 7. So when we want to implement by using the NOR gate, so what are the absent minterms that you have to connect to this NOR gate to obtain the function that is f1, right? Similar for the function f2. Now see for the f2. So what are the inputs are? x0, x1 and x2. So the possible inputs are from 0 to 7. So the present minterms are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. Now from which find out the absent minterms. So the absent minterms are 0, 5 and 7. So 0, 5 and 7, that outputs you have to connect to this NOR gate and implement the function f2. Okay. So this is minimization using NOR gates, and this one is the minterms by using the OR gates. Have you understand this? Okay. Then this is the implementation of a decoder using the NAND gate. So when we are using the NAND gate, so it should be exactly opposite to that of a. So here you can observe that in this truth table, you can observe that this we are representing by using the AND. Now we will see this by using the NAND gate. So when AND we are using, so only one output you will get at the output. So what are the minterms are there? then x0 bar, x1 bar, x2 bar, that will be equal to m0, that is min term 1. Now see the implementation by using the NOR gate, AND gate, NAND gate, implementing a decoder using a NAND gate. Now when we are using a NAND gate exactly opposite to the AND gate, so you will get the output. So here the output should be low, means Z0 will be selected as a active low. Input is 0, 0, 1, then Z1 will be, output Z1 will be 0, active low, and others are high. So exactly opposite to that of a AND gate, you will get in the NAND gate. Okay, next. So min terms using the AND gates. So for the decoder, we have seen we can design it by using a OR gate. We can design it by using a NOR gate. Now we will see by using a AND gate. So function, simply you have to connect what are the min terms that are present, that inputs you have to give to the AND gate. So the inputs for this one, this is the function f1 for the first AND gate, function f2 for the second AND gate. So for f1, it is inputs are 0, 2, 6 and the 7. 0, 2, 6 and 7, that inputs means output of decoder you have to connect to the input for this gate. So it is 0, 2, 6 and 7. 0, 2, 6 and 7. And next one is the 3, 5, 6 and 7 for the function f2. So easily you can design the min terms by using the AND gate, right? Now see, so for the decoder, one more input is available. So that input is the enable input. So when we are connecting the enable input, that enable input should be 1. When the enable input is 1, then and then only you will get the data at the output. If the enable input is 0, then when the enable input is 0, so at the output you will get all the zeros for that. Now observe here that when enable input is 1, inputs are 0, 0, at the output you will get the Z0. When input is 1, 0, you will get Z2. When input is 1, 1, you will get Z3 for this. So this is the truth table for the decoder with an enable input. Now like that, mux tree, demux tree, you can design also a decoder tree also. So that here 4 is to 16 line decoder, which is constructed from 2 is to 4 line decoders. So this is 2 is to 4 line decoder. All these are the 2 is to 4 line decoder. And from this we are designing 4 into 16 line decoder. Easily you can design a decoder tree also. Now see, this is one example from the gate paper. So this is 1 marks is given to you. This one is the second marks given to you. For this marks 1, 0, 1, 1, 0 are the inputs. For the second marks, 0, 1, 1, 0 are the inputs. Now see, this output y, suppose we are assuming this as a function f, and this output y, we are assuming this as a function f, x, right? So function f, we want to calculate the function f. So what are the select lines? These are the AB. So when input is 0, 0, means when the input is A bar, B bar, then I0 will be selected. When input is 0, 1, 0, 1 means A, B bar, A, B bar. When A, B bar is there, then I1 will be selected. When input is 1, 0 means A bar B, at that time I2 will be selected. When input is 1, 1, that is A, B, then I3 will be selected. So at the output, you will get whatever the input data when you select the inputs. Now see here. So when we want to implement any function for the marks, so how to write that function? So that function is nothing but the function f equal to a bar b bar into I0 plus a b bar into I1 plus a bar b into I2 plus AB into I3. So that is the function f. So as input I0 is 0, I3 is 0. So you will get only these two inputs at the outputs. So what is the input for this? A B bar into 1 plus A bar B into 1. So A B bar into plus A bar B, that is nothing but this is the equation for the XOR gate. So the function f you will get equal to A XOR B. So directly you can write A XOR B plus AB bar, that will be equal to A XOR B. And this A XOR B input means the function f, which is output for this first marks, that output you are giving as an input to select line S1. So select line S1 input is A XOR B and S0 input is C. Now the inputs for this one is the select line S1 is A XOR B and S0 is the C. So these are the inputs for this second marks. Now see what you will get the output X. Now for this X, again for this marks also I1 is 1 and I2 is 1. So as I1 is 1 and I2 is 1 means, so what is the I1? That is A B bar. Means here as S1 and S in terms of S1 and S0, how you can say that? So the X equal to S0 S1 bar plus S bar S1. These are the present at the output. Now what is the S1? S1 is nothing but the A XOR B and S0 is C, right? So S0 is C and S1 is A XOR B. So as S1 bar is there, so we are writing A XOR B bar for this. Plus for S0 bar, again for S0 bar means C. So C bar, so here bar is not written. So S0 bar means here C bar is there. And for this S1, again the data is A XOR B. So if you see the equation, again this equation is in terms of A XOR B XOR C. So A XOR B into C plus A XOR B into C bar, that is nothing but the A XOR B XOR C. So when the equation is A XOR B XOR C, so you can write, so the option A is correct. So the option A is when the A XOR B XOR C is there. So this first option is correct. So the answer is A B bar C bar plus A bar B C bar plus A bar B bar C plus A B C. So this is the answer for this equation. So such type of examples you will get in the GATE exam, and you have to apply the logic for this, and you have to calculate the output equation like this. See one more example for this. So one marks is given to you. For the marks, these are the inputs I0, I1, I2 and I3. For I0, C input is directly given. For I1, D input is directly given. For I2, what are the C input which is given to I2 which is inverted. Means the I2 input is C bar, right? Like that for the, so which gate is this? NAND or or XOR? Which gate is this? Can you identify this gate? So this one is the AND gate. So when we are using the inverters at the input of the AND gate, so you will get the output, that is inverted output at the AND gate. Okay. Now see. So in you have to calculate the output function, that is y. So to calculate the output function, that is y, so means it is a function of the four minterms a, b, c and d. So this you will get in terms of the inputs, that is select lines S0 and S1. So select line S0 and S1 are A and B. So you know that how to calculate the equation for this. So the Marx equation we can write A bar B bar into I0. So the F equal to A bar B bar into I0 plus A bar B into I2, A bar B into, sorry, this one is I1, so I1 plus A B bar into I2, A B bar into I2 plus AB into I3. So this is the basic Marx equation. Now see, what is the I0 for this Marx input? So I0 is the input C. So you can write here A bar B bar, I0 input is C plus A bar B into I1. So I1 is D. A bar B into D plus AB bar. So what is the input? I2. So I2 input is nothing but the input C, which is inverted. So you will get here A B bar C bar plus input AB into I3. So for I3, what are the inputs? One is the C and another one is a D. So here inverter is used. So at the output you will get the inverted output. So it is C bar into D bar. Okay. So this is the equation you will get. So have you understand this equation? By using these inputs, calculate this equation. Now this is in terms of the sum of product. When you convert this equation into standard sum of product, so the standard sum of products means, so what are the mean terms present in the function? So the maximum mean terms are A, B, C and D. So these are the four mean terms. That four mean terms, it should be available in each and every mean term. So here A bar B bar C means one mean term is absent. So that is D is absent. In the second mean term A bar B D, here C is absent. In this mean term A B bar C bar, so D is absent. So in these three, one variable which is absent. So by using the standard sum of product, you have to calculate the equation for this, and from that you have to calculate the mean terms. So when we add one variable in this D, so these two mean terms you will get. So A bar B bar C into D, one time you have to take, and second time A bar B bar C into D bar. So you will get the mean terms like this. So you will get 2 and 3 mean terms from this when you calculate by using a standard sum of product. Now for the second A bar BD, from which you will get the mean terms 5 and 7. From A B bar C bar, you will get the mean terms 8 and 9. So in the last A, B, C bar, D bar, all the variables are present. So it is 1, 1, 0, 0. 1, 1, 0, 0 means 12. So what are the mean terms present in this equation? 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9 and 12. So the D option is correct for this. So these are the mean terms present in this 4 is to 1 marks. So like that you will get the different equations for this marks and the D marks.